We're going back to back, y'all. I had to do it. Got myself another pizza 2 days in a row. Got this from a different spot that I like, and I was missing a little bit. It's pretty far away. It's like an hour walk away. So this place it's not going to be the most crispy, but that's okay. I got a pizza that I've never gotten from this place before, the Supreme Pizza, and I'll tell you what, this is my first look at it. Oh, that's looking supreme. That is looking supreme. Hells yeah, that's a lot of toppings, man. Let me read off all the toppings on this bad boy. This pizza right here has homemade tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, some kind of beef on it, bacon, roasted onions, as well as roasted peppers, a couple kinds I think, and it's got roasted garlic and olives. That is what I call a supreme pizza, man. This cost me $31. This is the largest size they have, and this is a large. And you know what? I'm not gonna bother with setting everything up. I'm gonna go for the handhold today. I don't know, man. I just feel like when I take a pizza to the face, which I don't know, this is pretty hefty. I might not actually eat all this, but we'll see. But when I do, you got your own box, you got your own plate, you know what I'm saying? So why should I make an extra cleanup job when I don't have to? That's my theory. So let me go in. This looks delicious, man. I can't lie. My mouth's watering, can't even speak. Let's take a slice. I feel like this place is very homemade. Every time I get this spot, the crust has that real homemade flavor. It's a nice, super thin but fluffy crust right here. I gotta admit, a little bit floppy, a lot floppy, a little bit soggy too, which, you know, long delivery, all that steam in the box, and originally, like, I'll tell you what, man, slim pickings for a nice, like, well done crust in Korea. I'm not sure why. But anyway, I'm still gonna enjoy this. I'm making up for lost time. From that whole month I didn't eat pizza, so going in. Delish, mighty fun. Man, I'll tell you what, man, I've been sleeping on olives on pizza. Sleeping real hard. They give it a really nice, like, even if you don't like olives, I do like olives straight out the jar. But even if you don't, and you've never had them on a pizza, definitely give it a try. If you're one of those people who sees it, you never had it, you just pick them off, take a bite, man. Take a bite, it might change your life. Because they turn into, when you bake in that oven, it turns into this kind of real umami-ish flavor, I guess. The cheese on there, that homemade tomato sauce, bacon. So on the appetizer, roasted onions and roasted peppers. I'm not sure if they actually roast them and then put them on the pizza. It almost appears that they just kind of throw them on the pizza and it gets roasted in the oven, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, Supreme Pizza. This is a supreme pizza. It's a supreme. Bacon. Hopefully y'all don't mind my shiftiness. I want to give you a good view, but again, like I would just put it on the table right here, but then y'all can't really see it. Am I being lazy by not doing my fancy setup? Yeah. Sorry. I'm freestyling this episode. I might not cut out a lot of this episode. And just roll with it, you know, old school style. It's like the good old days, you know what I'm saying? Check out this slice. I don't even want to use the other camera anymore. Right now, I'm just chilling. This might be a long video, we'll see. Anyway. Damn it, forgot to get a thumbnail. That's what happens. Oh well. Tell you what, the olives, again, gotta say it, really making this pizza. Been a long time. Speaking of time, world's worst segue. Saw a lot of people commenting on the last video saying, "Damn, it's been a month already." If you haven't seen the last video, basically I took a month off of eating pizza, didn't eat any pizza, and then I ate some pizza, and that's why it's back to back. Because I was planning on not eating as much pizza, but I had to get it. And I'll say this Supreme hitting the spot. Anyway. Anyhow, what was I talking about? See, this is what happened. This is what I usually cut out of my videos. Yeah, people are saying like, damn, it's been a month already. And that's what I'm saying, man. Time is flying, dude. I'm glad, other people agree with that, because I was starting to think it's some kind of universal conspiracy. Aliens controlling the clocks. But I guess I'm not the only one. I'd be curious to see how old you are, because they always say the older you get, the faster time goes by, because relative to your age, relative to the time you've been alive, each year, for example, is a smaller percentage of your life. So when you're 10 years old, 1 year is like a tenth of your life, right? But when you're 100, if you live to 100, that's 1/100th of your life. So like 1 year seems just relative to your memory banks like a shorter time. You know what I mean? I guess I kind of buy it. The money, right? If you have $10 to your name, definitely been there. $1 is valuable, but if you have $100 or $1,000, $1, even though it's the same dollar, it's just like, yeah, you could live without it, So. Pulling the Dave Portnoy over here, just holding this box. I'll give him props for holding those boxes, man. It's not easy. I got the armrest too. I used to watch all the One Bite reviews, but I haven't watched. I used to literally watch every single day, and then just watch the old ones too. But I haven't done that for a while. Still subscribed though. This is an excellent Supreme pizza. I'd have to give this like a, ooh. If this was just a little bit less floppy, out of all the Supreme pizzas I've had in my life, this would probably have to be top 10 best. I've never messed with Supreme that much in my life. Like, usually it's a little bit more money. It's like, you know what, I can live without some of those toppings, so I'll just get like a pepperoni or something, like 2 topping, whatever. But I mean, this has a plethora of toppings. It's a Supreme, obviously, and I'm about to start messing with more Supremes. This is top 10, and I would give it a top 10 score for Supremes. Overall, I give this like a 9. Maybe an 8.5. It probably because I've just been like craving pizza, like subconsciously, you know what I'm saying? And yesterday when I was filming that pizza video, I was like, oh, what's this? I was like rediscovering pizza, and now I'm just back into it. I think I might have a little bit of pizza tomorrow too, which is insane. But here's the ultimate question. What were we talking about? Time? Do you ever just think about time and just it just blows your mind? Or is that just me? My mind gets blown by like scientific facts pretty easily. But ones that like we all know about, right? Like if you talk about the Higgs boson or whatever, I'm like, I don't know what that means. Nuclear fusion, you know? But if you talk about time, like we all know what time is, you know, look at the clock. Well, there's some weird things about time. The age-old question is, if you could travel in like through time. By the way, I used to think that like instant teleportation was by far the best superpower if I could have any. But I feel like time travel is up there, if not the supreme superpower. I don't know. I mean, people who say like invisibility are just so crazy to me. Like, what would you, like, that's just so crazy. True maniacs, man. There's definitely teleportation or time travel, man. Time travel could get real kind of iffy. It could get fishy if you're like going back in time and messing with stuff though. But if you could, here's what I want to know. If you go anywhere in time once and you're guaranteed a safe trip back, let's say with zero consequences. Like it was like a simulation or whatever. Where would you go and why? That's one of the ultimate questions I have in this world for people. Because for one, you have to make the decision, do you go forward or backwards? And then how far forward and how far backwards, you know? Personally, there's some places I would love to go back in time, but I would have to pick forwards. You just got to. I'm so curious about like things that haven't happened yet. That's just like crazy, like because history, like we kind of know what has happened. We have like straight up evidence of it. There are a lot of mysteries for sure, and it would be cool to see how people lived. But you like. If someone says like if they go back in time and it's kind of they're just curious about like the 50s, those people are crazy too because like we literally have video evidence of those people. You can see it. I'd rather see something I've never seen before, man. What, you know what I mean? Well, all right. If I go anywhere, it would probably be like next lottery cycle when it gets real big. Just get the numbers, go back, win the lottery. But if you're excluding that, I would definitely probably go 1,000, anywhere from 1,000 to anywhere from 200 to 20,000 years in the future. Somewhere in there, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Man. Let me just see what's going on. If I had to go back, it would be close because I've been on I wouldn't say a deep dive, a little shallow dive of like the Great Pyramid, Pyramids of Giza. Or just ancient Egyptian pyramids specifically. Haven't been really going down the rabbit hole. I never really do that. Don't go down the rabbit hole. I just like looking down into it. I don't go down, you know what I mean? And that's how most people should be. But I look down there and there's like so many people just chilling down there. They don't want to get back out. They're just chilling. Like, come on, man. So was it aliens? I don't even I guess it could have been, right? Like, you never know, but I'm just so curious how they built it. Was it the internal ramp? What kind of ramp? What technique, man? And like, why, dude? I'd like to pick some of those bearings back then, man. That's crazy. Yeah, dude, it's fascinating. You know what? No, I had to cut. I was sitting here for like 2 minutes trying to think of something else. I swear I was going to talk about something else. God dang it, man. This is kind of like an experiment to see if it's even possible just to fill 15, 20 minutes. Not looking promising. Either that or I would go back to the Big Bang. That's what I was talking about earlier, but anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Going down tangents. Yeah, that's all. That's it. That's all I got. Let me just tell you though, the combination of all these ingredients, I would have loved to see just, what would I have loved to see? Italian sausage, but the beef kind of had that kind of kick to it. That's about perfect, to be honest. The amalgamation of flavors on this was incredible. The crust, very tasty. I'm so hungry I could eat more. But I guess that's about it for this video. So I'm skating out here. Thank you for watching. I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.